Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Candace and today is Foodie Friday. So for today's Foodie Friday, we are making buns, some blueberry and chocolate chip muffins, and healthy peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chunk bars. Foodie Friday, is a monthly collaboration that happens on the first Friday of every month. It is hosted by Jessica from Jessica Myros and Tiffany from Small Town 6. In the description box below, I will link each of their channels, and I will also link a group playlist that you can go to and check out all the other awesome ladies and their yummy food that they have prepared this month. So we're just gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna take you with me while we bake it all. Alright, so we just finished dinner, or I just finished making dinner I should say, and we just had cheese tortellini. So I have to make a few like snack items for the rest of the week. So I thought I would take you along on my night of baking, I guess. So starting out with bread because I need it to rise. So I've got 2 cups of water, a tablespoon of yeast, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just going to let that bloom. You can kind of see the spots starting to come to the surface. So we want this to bloom, and then I'll show you what that looks like before we get it over into the mixer. I'm going to do 4 to start. Okay. Starting to do something. That's at 5. I'm going to turn it up a bit now. Alright, there is my dough. Hold on, I'm one-handed with the baby right now, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's tacky, but it's not sticky, right? Like it's not sticking to me. So there's my dough. That will puff up nice and high and probably make, or no, it'll make 2 loaves. I'm making bread right now. Normally I, same recipe for my bread or my buns for the most part. And I don't know if I said it, but I added 2 tablespoons of oil once I started mixing it. Maybe 3. Yeah, I think it was more like 3. That was full when I started, so however much oil that is. Okay, so I forgot to, show you before I pulled it out of here, but she was nice and high. Okay, here in the corner. So I am just going to split this in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't really make 2 loaves at a time, but I guess it makes sense. That means if I make 2 loaves, we'll eat 2 loaves. So I make 1 loaf and then we'll make 1 loaf. Alright, and then we're just going to tightly roll it. Okay, pinch the ends back into our seam. Same with this one. Pinch my ends back into my seam. I just bring it right into the middle. And some more, making a nice round little loaf. And this one, I'm going to squeeze it out. Rolling and kind of pulling it as I roll it. Right, squeeze it. Flip it. Squeeze that end around. Just take it up. So I just kind of got, like, it looks kind of wormy, right? So just kind of put it in, and then I will just bring the edges together. It's the adult equivalent of Play-Doh. It does not have to be perfect. here. Flat it out. It's going to go up nice. You can oil it too, whatever you want to use. I just like to use butter, margarine, whatever I have. And then my oven is still warm from dinner, so I'm just going to pop them in the oven and let these rise. I don't know if I do not have a dish towel up here. Normally I would just pop a dish towel, excuse me, on top. And yeah, so I'm going to throw those in the oven, and then I'm going to get started on we're going to make some peanut butter oatmeal bars and some blueberry muffins. Forgot to hit record, so I just put half a cup of peanut butter or half a cup of brown sugar in, and I'm just using my glass measuring cup, which is not nearly as convenient, but all of my measuring cups seem to be missing, and my regular one that I normally use, I accidentally melted. So, here we are. So I've got, like I said, it was half a cup, sorry, of brown sugar. So peanut butter, brown sugar. Into the mixer. With that, probably on, like, I don't know, medium high for, it says 3 minutes, and also to scrape down the sides. You basically want it to be nice and light and fluffy. Good enough. Okay, now I'm going to find my oats, actually. So 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of oats. A teaspoon. Okay, I'm just gonna switch sides here with the baby. Oops, okay, and then we're going to mix this gently. And we're going to add half a cup of milk. I'm using almond. I'm actually using vanilla almond. And I also didn't have any vanilla because you should add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I was out. So may have to scrape the sides. The problem with, so my bowl here is just a little bit too wide. It's great for making like doughs and big batches. I do normally double this. I don't know why I didn't. Not sure why I didn't double this. Normally I do, because this is a great recipe that doesn't require, like there's no, well, dairy milk, but you don't have to use milk, right? It doesn't require any eggs. It doesn't require any butter. and then from this point you can add really whatever you want. You can add raisins, chocolate chips. I'm just going to go in the cupboard here and grab a few things that I would like to add to mine this time around. I'm going to add some flax seeds. Oops. Probably should have lifted that. So that was about a quarter cup of flax seeds. And I'm going to add this will be about 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons. So about 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And what else? I think that's it for these ones. Excuse me, I'm going to add the rest of my dark chocolate chips. Got mini chocolate chips here for granola bars. Dropped a couple. And I have a package. I thought I had 2 packages. I'm just double checking before I go ahead and these up. I'm just going to use a little bit of these. Can you try to touch? I don't like it overly chocolatey. Okay, and then to me, this does not look like it is mixing. I always make them in my other mixer. Alright, so like I said, these are one of my favorites. Okay. They're almost like a thick dough. See, I didn't even need to add all those. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to grease my dish here. I don't even know what size this one is. It says it's a 9x6. Okay. So I'm pretty sure in the recipe, the original recipe, she used an 8x8 or 9x9. I'm not really sure. The one I normally use, I think, was an 8x8. Just like a nice dough. There's no eggs in it. So it's nice. It's a... I think I said that already, that there's no eggs. There's no... Oh no! Oh no, we lost some. That's okay. That's okay. And then just push it in. I don't remember. Or maybe I'm wrong and I'm not supposed to push it down. I haven't made them in a while. These used to be one of my favorite go-tos and I forgot all about them. I like to add nuts to them sometimes. Or dried cranberries are good. I think the original recipe mentions raisins. I'll link the recipe if I can remember It is Sally's Baking Addiction, and they're just healthy peanut butter chunk bars. And then, yeah, you can just do whatever you want to them. And that's it. So then I'm going to pop these in the oven. See how my bread's doing. Alright, there, I took them out after 17 minutes. So I went back and double checked the recipe. I went online and looked for it. And it did indeed say lightly pressed. So I mixed it all back up and lightly pressed it into my pan. So there's my peanut butter oatmeal squares. I know the original recipe, she drizzles chocolate across the top. I don't need that because they're sweet enough for me. And then there is my bread ready to go in the oven. So I'm going to pop that in the oven for about 25 minutes. I'm going to go put the baby to bed. She's sleeping. And then I'm going to come down and make some muffins. Alright, and there's the bread out of the oven. It's still hot, but nice rise on it. So I'm just putting some butter on it. Okay, so now I'm going to make muffins. I just wanted to share with you, this is my favorite cookbook. It's well loved. It's missing pages. Pages are stuck together. I've got recipes added all over. I've got a whole bunch in my drawer too, but I've had this cookbook for probably 15 years. I'd say I've had this cookbook for 15, maybe even 16. I think it's about 16 years. Yep, it sure is older than you, my sweet. It is a well-loved, very old cookbook. Okay, so into my mixing bowl that I did not wash after I made my peanut butter bars because I don't care. I'm going to add, here we go. This is what I was looking for in my whisk. I have half a cup of butter, no. What did I use? A quarter cup of margarine, excuse me, and a quarter, I can't speak, probably because it's so late. Actually, you know what? That's not true. I want to double this up and then I'll split it up. That's the easier way to do it instead of making two. Ah! Oh, it's running away. It's soft, that's why. I had it out for cookies today and I didn't get around to making cookies yet. Okay. I'm gonna probably won't.
What is that?
I have half a cup each of margarine and a half a cup of oil. Or if you're only doing the one, it would be a quarter cup and a quarter cup to make a half a cup. Or you could do half a cup of just one or the other. Or you could not even use butter and oil and you can use something else completely. But this is what I'm using. Then I'm going to do a full cup of sugar. All ready for bed, dude? A cup of sugar, a cup of brown sugar, 2 cups altogether, or 1 cup if you're dividing. Mikey, it's time for bed.
Yeah, they're looking for you. I'll be upset.
And I'm going to stick this on. Mix it up. Okay, there's the bread out of the oven, cooling. It's so soft, I can't wait. I'm gonna eat it now. Okay, got everybody into bed. Now I'm gonna finish my muffins. Okay, so I'm not following a recipe. I'm making this up as I go. But I will say I've made many, many, many cupcakes, so I kind of have an idea of what I'm making, what I'm doing, kind of. Say that like loosely. So I've got, what is this? This is like a cup of sour cream, so I'm just going to put in about half a cup. I don't know if I'm loosely participating in the Three Rivers Homestead Challenge, which is a pantry challenge to kind of use up what you have in your pantry. Helps you get creative and use what you've got. The other day I had no flour, so I used pancake mix to make a bunch of muffins, and they were really good. And then I was able to make it out to the store. I did have, basically I gave myself a small allotment of groceries for the month, and then tried to use through what I had. Ooh. And like I said, get creative with what I needed. Okay, so I've got 4 eggs in there. So I added 3/4 of a cup of milk in there as well. So I've got 4 eggs and about half a cup, because this is 2 cups of sour cream. There was about half a cup, or there was about 1 cup left. So yeah, about half a cup. And now I'm going to add flour. I'm probably gonna need 4 cups. And I'm going to get out 4 cups. But I'm going to start with 3. And then about teaspoon of baking powder. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1 of baking soda. A teaspoon, sorry, give or take, of salt. It's looking a little better. Keep forgetting I have to switch the side off to open it. The baby woke up, so I'm one-handed. Otherwise, I would just scrape this off with my fingers. Get in here. Scrape all the way to the bottom. Now, like I said, I doubled my recipe. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill my muffin cups. I'm going to put I'm doing chocolate chip and blueberry. I'm just going to add them straight to the muffin cup, but just scraping this down. And I've just got here we are out of the oven, on the rack to cool. I may have slightly overcooked them. I usually cook them at 375, but I was looking at a few different recipes and I was looking at my recipe book and they all say recommended 400 for like 20 minutes. So I feel like I should have just stuck with my regular, but they feel nice and soft. They're really hot, so I'll pull them open. They look like they're going to be okay. They're just slightly overcooked. A few of my kids are sick. It is slowly going through my house. So my oldest has been sick and my middle has been sick, and now my second oldest is sick. Sure, it's only a matter of time before I'm sick, which is another reason why I'm trying to get a few things made just in case, because we don't buy a lot of packaged snacks. We try to make a lot of our own stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me while I make some of our snacks for our Foodie Friday. I hope you will check out the playlist in the description box below for all the other ladies and their awesome meal ideas, snacks, whatever it is that they all decided to make. I'm sure they're going to be yummy, and we'll see you again soon. I had to try it. They're good. Nice and soft. The outside's a little dark, but just means it's going to be a nice crispy top. Definitely yummy.